Right, ladies and gents, let's talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is going to be my review. It's taken me a really long time to watch this film today. It started a while ago, and then I got busy with some other work and things like that. So I've been blipping in and out of it, and having like my lunch and stuff like that. It's 4 hours long. It's a long movie. But in fairness, the 2017 one was quite long as well. Obviously not 4 hours long, but it was quite long. So I'm going to say straight off the bat, because I'm going to try and be as diplomatic and as objective as possible. I think the people that really wanted this film are going to love it. Like, I genuinely do. I think the people that really rallied behind it are going to love it. I think, unfortunately, though, on the flip side of that, the people that watched the 2017 version didn't really care about Zack Snyder coming back to do another one, will probably watch this a little bit like me and go, yeah, it's protracted in parts. A lot of the dialogue's the same, and in some instances the dialogue's worse. I only have to quote Joker. Besides, Batman, who's going to give you a reach around? That's dialogue from Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's crap. That's real bad. That's real bad. I think those people will probably look at this and go, yeah, didn't really like that. But, having said that, before everyone mashes the dislike button, that's not the purpose of this film, is it? The purpose of this film was to please the fans. And I think all of them will actually be happy. And in doing that, I think it's a success, isn't it, really, at that point? I think anyone who's a fan and has cried out for this film for so long will get what they want out of it. And then that's an objective success, because they did it to appease those fans. So that means that it's a successful film. But I, however, have to review it on the other level. And a lot of what was added actually didn't add anything to the film. And again, there'll be a lot of people that will argue this with me, but hear me out, like at least hear my reasons, and I would value your opinion to the contrary. So lose the emotion, okay? Come back with a reason as to why I'm wrong. So a good example of what didn't add anything to this film: a bunch of singing maidens at the start where Aquaman is. That added nothing to this film. It really didn't. That added nothing to this film. And yet it drew out a scene an awful lot. Like a hell of a lot. The constant focus on Aquaman taking his tank top off. Who's this for? Is this for the eye candy, I'm guessing? Is this for the women to froth at the gash for? Like, I don't understand. Especially when it doesn't make any sense, because in one scene, he saves a man, right? So, we see Aquaman, same scene as before. He takes his jumper off to dive into the ocean, and bye-bye Batman, right? The next time we see Aquaman, he's saving a man whose ship has become grounded, and he's in a tank top, okay? So he's in the ocean already in a tank top, yeah? Establish that. He then saves the man. Then when he goes back to the ocean, he takes his top off? Why? Also, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Aquaman about littering as well. It wasn't Aquaman about destroying the sea, the actual film. Wasn't there elements of humanity destroying the ocean with unrecycled trash? Wasn't there? I think there was. He smashes a bunch of glass into the ocean. It's not very eco-friendly there, Aquaman. Now, those things just don't add anything to the film at all. And in fact, they do mess with the pacing. And there's a whole bunch of those things which mess with the pacing of this film. Flitting backwards and forwards between certain scenes and certain people doing certain things. I understand what the point of this film was, to introduce backstory to a lot of these characters. But we didn't need backstory to a lot of these characters. Like, we actually didn't. I think you understood who a lot of these characters were without those backstories. Those backstories didn't actually add that much. And what I mean by that is the backstories to all these characters don't make you feel anything more for them. Because although they have a lot of screen time, they don't go through an arc. So the backstories don't really do anything. Now, one character who has experienced a few movies, has more backstory, and is going through an arc is Superman. And when he comes on screen, fantastic. One thing that this film reminded me of is just how good Henry Cavill is as Superman. He is the best Superman. I don't want anyone else to play Superman. He's amazing. And this film, I'm really surprised by some of the... Like, what were they reshooting? Because when we see him resurrected, yeah, he gets resurrected and then he bugs... a lot of the scenes are basically the same. So I don't understand why they reshot some stuff with Joss Whedon. Like, a lot of it doesn't make any sense. Because a lot of it is shot for shot the same anyway. Or at least narratively the same. He buggers off and does the same stuff. So why did you reshoot it and fuck with his lip? What was the point? So odd. Some of the dialogue that was cringe as shit in the 2017 version. You know, The Flash. Yeah, no, I'm 100% in. Why? Because I've got no friends. No, that wasn't Joss Whedon. That was Zack Snyder. Like, a lot of the stuff that a lot of people were critiquing in the 2017 version was actually already there from Zack Snyder. And that's a shame. Because, again, those people that watch the 2017 version and are watching this with morbid curiosity, like me, will literally be going, it's a longer version. It is just a longer version. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. What everyone is looking forward to, right, will be the nightmare sequence. It comes up at the end. It comes out of nowhere. There's no context. It just comes on screen. And then afterwards, you're like, oh, he's having a nightmare, right? There's no context behind it. You're going into the far-flung future. Alternate reality. It's all about, I don't know the total runtime, it felt like 5 minutes. It's all about 5 minutes. Aquaman's dead in the future. Mirror. That womanly woman, that bitch, Amber Turd, has taken his trident. And then there's awful, cringy dialogue between Batman and Joker. That was not worth it. It's not worth it. It is atrocious. Who's going to be left to give you a reach around? What are you doing, Zach? That's shit. I'm sorry, mate. That's obviously you're not going to be watching this, and I don't care. But that's real bad dialogue. There's no two ways about it. You're going to sit there, fans of this movie, and tell me that you were pleased with that dialogue. Really? You're lying to yourselves. You are lying to yourselves. Since when did Joker do massively sexual innuendos? I hate Jared Leto as Joker. He's the worst Joker ever. But Henry Cavill as Superman was great. Like, genuinely really, really good. And when he came back and that whole fight sequence was good. I like seeing him beat the living crap out of everyone. Just because he looks like he could do it anyway. You know, he's got the physical prowess. So seeing him do those things, albeit accented by CGI, it works. Now there's this element with Ray Fisher. A lot of people are like, he's the heart of the movie. I disagree. He bitches and moans the majority of the movie, and then at the end of the film, he goes through the arc and he goes, yep, no, I'm not broken. That's at the very end. His character arc is basically the same. He's no different as a character. All that happens in this version of the Justice League is he gets more screen time. But he's not likable. And hold on, because it's got nothing to do with Ray Fisher being a prick, because he is a prick. Right? He absolutely is. But it's got nothing to do with him as an actor being unlikable. But it's the character being a mopey piece of crap that is unlikable. That is what makes him unlikable. That's what makes the character arc pointless. That stuff is not good. I don't want to see a guy just whinge and moan for the whole movie. He doesn't go through a character arc until the very, very end. And I didn't like that at all, because there's nothing different there. And I can see now why Ray Fisher is annoyed, because he was cut from the film, basically. And I'd love to see it as well, because there were claims of racism in post-production. They claimed that they lightened his skin. So I am going to just compare his skin between each movie and see if that is the case. Because I hazard, I guess it's probably not. Because now we've actually got it as evidence. Literally, it's there. We can have a look at it. And I think he was lying, because I didn't notice a difference, really. The Flash still runs like an idiot. Hate his version of Flash. Hate it. That, again, cringy dialogue that you thought was Joss Whedon. My man! Nope. Zack Snyder. It's not good. Zack Snyder's very hit or miss. Great visual director. Has made some fantastic things. This, not good. I am reminded why he was booted off. I am reminded why he was booted out of the DC films universe. And I know a lot of people will hate on me for this. That's fine. You can have a difference of opinion. But I think what a lot of people have, forgotten ultimately is that those films that he had initially done, they didn't do very well. They weren't liked universally. And I liked Man of Steel. Sue me. I didn't like BVS, but I like Man of Steel. I like Henry Cavill as an actor. I like him in the role of Superman. And when he comes back in this, he's a good Superman. He's very, very good. Like, he is Superman. And there's a reason for it as well. He comes back and he goes, I'm not going to waste it. And you can see the hope and the wonder there. And it works. That really works. But that's it. Other things that were dumb. The opening act where Wonder Woman comes in. They're literally murdering people left, right and centre. These terrorists, these reactionary terrorists are murdering people left, right and centre. I'm like, right, you're waiting a long time to jump in there, love. There's a lot of people dead already. And then what I don't understand, and this is bad writing. This is Zack Snyder's bad writing. When she gets the lasso of truth, and please tell me how I'm wrong. Gets the lasso of truth around this one guy and goes, who are you? They go, reactionary terrorists. He goes, boring, who are you? We're trying to reset Europe by 1,000 years. By doing what? By blowing up four blocks in London. That's how they're going to set Europe back 1,000 years? Are you joking? How? How is that going to set Europe back 1,000 years? Now, before you just jump in and lick Zack Snyder's bumhole, tell me how that makes sense. Because it doesn't. That's just shit. It's not good. Oh dear. Again, might I add, ladies and gents, the people that love this film and have wanted it will get exactly what they want out of it. And for them, I couldn't be happier. I genuinely couldn't be happier. Because then, that's fans being pleased. And I love that. I think that's great. But I think the people that didn't want this are going to watch this and go, this is garbage. And then I ultimately think the people that really wanted this film are going to be really annoyed because they want this universe to continue. And I don't think it will after this. I don't think it will. I don't think people at AT&T are going to look at the higher-ups at Warner Brothers and go, yeah, you made the wrong decision cancelling this. They're going to probably watch this and go, yeah, no. I don't know what to tell you. Martian Manhunter CGI, garbage. Dialogue at the end, some call me Martian Manhunter. Who? Who calls you Martian Manhunter, mate? Who? Who calls you Martian Manhunter? No one. Whatever. Steppenwolf looked alright. Sort of. Darkseid was epic. In it for all of 5 minutes. They refer to him as Darkseid the entire time, though. Not Uxas. So, what is he? Is he Darkseid or Uxas? Which is it, mate? Apparently it's just Darkseid. So, people going, no, it's Uxas at the start. No, they refer to him as Darkseid at the start. Yeah, they refer to him as Darkseid the entire time. So that's bad as well. So everyone going, yeah, no, Zack definitely knows his comics. Does he? I disagree. Anyway, this movie review is going to get so much hate. That's fine. Fill your boots, lad. If you really want, just leave your dislike. But for those that want to actually engage with me and tell me what they actually liked about it over the points that I've made, why I'm wrong, I genuinely want to know. So please do leave it down below. Let me know your thoughts. Cheers. Take care.